Hey spicy fans, welcome back to Spicy Kitchen. Today I am going to do Ewordémé. In my language I call it Ewordermé Kplé. It's a simple pap. Some people call it pap, some people call it Ugali, some people call it Nchima, some call it Nchima, some call it Saza, and a lot of other different names for it. But in my language we call it Ewordémé. But it is with a twist today. I am adding cassava dough to it. That's where it is called Ewordémé. Meaning we are putting ewo, which is the maize meal, into the cassava dough. So we just have two simple ingredients, maize meal and cassava dough. Ewordémé. What we do, we boil water, just as I'm doing. It's just about to start boiling, and then when it boils, I am going to add maize meal. I will mash it in water and make porridge out of it. So I'm getting a bit of the maize meal, and I'll add cold water to that and mix it. I've added the water, and we make a light porridge out of this. You can make it thick, but when you make it thick, you have to be very careful when it's boiling, because it will just boil into your face. And when it's light also, you be careful, because it can boil out of the pan. My water is just beginning to boil now. If you want it faster, you can heat water, boil water in the kettle and then pour it in the pan. That will be fast for you. And so I am pouring it inside the water and stir. I like my porridge very light. Stir until you see that it's beginning to thicken and boil. If you pour the porridge in it and you don't keep stirring, it will be lumpy. Some people cook this without making porridge. It's also good, but I can see how hard it will be for stirring and making sure it's not lumpy. But if you make porridge, it is easy for you. And if you are someone who would add salt to your pap, Akplé as I call it, this is when to add the salt. You see, it's a little bit thickened. I like this as porridge on its own in the morning or late in the evening, but a little bit thick. It is porridge. I have cooked this food Akplé before in my video, Fetri Toto video. Check my video Fetri Toto. And Akplé, this is what I did. But today's own has a twist. We are adding cassava dough to it. The Fetri Toto one, we didn't add cassava dough, and we didn't add salt as well. When you cook only the maize meal, those of you who cook it in your countries, you know it can harden later. So, oh, it's boiling. It can be hard later. The next day, some even put it in water. The way they mold it, they put it in water for preservation. I do it like that as well sometimes. And if you cook it with the cassava dough, it doesn't harden. You can even the next day or the third day, it is still soft. I like the texture of my porridge. If you make porridge and you realize the porridge is a lot, you can fetch some aside, just like I'm going to do now. Yeah, I'm just pouring a little bit. Because it will be a lot for me. While you pour the maize meal in it and you cook it and you realize that it is hard, then you can put back your your porridge. So this is where I add the maize meal. You pour little by little and mix quickly. At this time your heat should be low, otherwise it boils violently. Bit more. Oop! Don't you dare burn me. As it cooks, it hardens. So I think it's alright for now. I'm not adding any more of the maize meal, but I am quickly reducing my heat and quickly mashing the cassava dough with cold water. Don't mash it too light, mash it thick. Because when it is too light, you will struggle to get it back thick. But when it's thick, you can pour the porridge. Or if your porridge is finished and it is still hard for you, you pour hot boiling water in it. If you pour cold water, it will lose its elasticity and you will not get it nicely. The maize meal doesn't take long to cook, so when you pour it in it and you stir it, give it heat, put the heat back well so that it will cook very well. And we are now kneading it towards yourself so that if there is any lump, which I don't think there is, the lump will break. And this is where we pour our cassava dough. We pour our cassava dough slowly and then we turn it and mix it into it till all the dough vanishes. Gently. When you don't stir the cassava dough inside well, before you stop, it will be lumpy. So you turn the cassava dough very well with the wooden spatula. Oh, as you can see, you see how it's hardening. When it looks like the cassava dough has solidified, you cover it now and maintain your heat to really cook it. So I'm covering it now. Okay, our Ewordémé is cooking. Ooh, yes. This looks good to me. If it was too soft, I would have added the porridge. But I'm glad I'm not adding it because I would drink it later. I like the texture of it, how it is now. So I'm not going to add any porridge again. So now we just stir and stir and stir. Make sure it is well done. How you know it's well done is that the color doesn't look very white like you started cooking it. It will be a little bit, the whole color goes light cream, just like it's looking now. It's not very whitish. So I am just tidying up the edges and preparing it for takeoff. Takeoff. Preparing to take them out of the pot. Mold it nicely. How do you cook this in your language? Do you have it at all as part of your food in your language? I have lots of friends from different countries. That's why I know the names of this food. I just realized it's a similar thing we all eat, but we just have different names for them. We have different ways of cooking individually. I think I'm ready to mold them into my storage bowl. Normally, I use cling film to mold them and put them in the warmer individually so that they will not stick on each other. I did the same for fufu when I was cooking fufu. In my fufu video, please watch that video. So this is my cling film. And looking at this, I will have about 6 balls. And another way of knowing it is well done is that when you want to stir, you can see that the whole food wants to lift off the pan. It is no more sticky. You see, look at that. You can see the under trying to lift. The way it is just separating itself from the pan, you can know it is done. I am using my wooden spatula. You wet your spoon. Take another one. Tidy up again. Mold it, turn it, turn it. I don't stress myself with this. Just and then you put it in your warmer. You mold them quickly so that they don't get hard. I like playing with this. Mind you, it's very hot. Because this has cassava dough in it, it tastes different from the raw maize meal one. That is the normal pap or the ugali and the sadzes and the Nchimas that we know. If you add cassava dough, it is another level. Try it too, and please tell me in the comment box how you felt when you did it. See how I molded them? If you want to eat it, you just take 1 or 2 or 3 and eat it. You can have this with so many types of soups and stews. Okra soup, palm nut soup, peanut soup, like soup, vegetable soup, whatever soup you want, egusi soup, anything, and all the stews. Today I am having my with anchovy stew, abobi tadi, abobi, and Kobe stew. I can't wait. I'm going to have it later with that. Ewordermé Spicyfafa way. Ta-da! And now this is my bowl of Ewordermé Kplé I am having with some beautifully made anchovy stew. Anchovies and Kobe stew. I'm going to sear the Kobe now, put some in it, and a little bit more of, this is optional, cooked okra. It is very nice with this. You can just mash it inside if you want that okra taste in it. This is so nice. You are invited.